Always been a fan of gimmicks on this channel, so we found us a cross-cultural gimmick. Indian samosa wrap. Now it's from Amy's. Now even before we went to India, I believe that we would run across Amy's. You know, it's out of Pasadena, California, Amy's Kitchen. We'll see how actually samosa like this tastes.
I want to see what they put in it. Potatoes, tomatoes, onions, peas, tofu. That's
Soy boy.
Not very samosa-like tofu. Garlic, ginger, spices. Okay. Jalapenos. Once again, not Indian, but it's what peppers we have over here.
Well, speaking of gimmicks, although this is not India related, this is a little bit of nostalgia for the 90s kids in the house.
90s
Crystal
in the house.
Pepsi.
I saw this in the
Cue the
checkout
Van Halen.
line. I had to get it. Sati's been dying to try the Crystal Pepsi because she's not a 90s kid. So she's gonna have that experience now. Okay, you ready?
Are you ready to try? So no, the song for Crystal Clear Pepsi was this Van Halen song. Right now, hey, there's no tomorrow. Right now, come on, it's everything. Right now, there's a bell, do it right now.
Don't remember that.
No, that's.
I remember,
I don't
like,
want
you
to be a
know,
part of
the
this.
concert.
She doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. No, I need to hear your response.
Tastes like Pepsi.
No, it doesn't. Wait.
Yes, it does.
Close your eyes. It tastes like Pepsi mixed in with Sprite mixed in with
No Sprite.
Limca.
There's no citrus notes at all.
Limca.
So I get to drink right out of the
I
bottle.
don't even like Limca.
Don't. You can have a cup too. Tastes like Pepsi.
No, it doesn't taste like Pepsi. No, there's something else going on in there. I think Satya's right. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Limca, but it's like, it's halfway between Pepsi and Limca.
Sprite.
No, it doesn't.
It's Crystal Pepsi.
It's Crystal Pepsi. That's what it is.
I think it's fine.
I don't think it's
I
bad.
think it's totally gimmicky.
I drink it.
I don't. I just buy normal Pepsi, but
No, I think, you know, to mix it up a little, it tastes a little different than Pepsi. Join the Crystal Clear Pepsi revolution right now.
Oh, well, it's super smart
There's no
on Pepsi.
tomorrow. Right now.
super smart on Pepsi's part. The nostalgia. The nostalgia made me buy this bottle.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, you're not really truly a Crystal Clear Pepsi nostalgic fan because you don't remember Van Halen's
Don't.
stellar song.
No. But I'm pretty sure we had Crystal Pepsi like Friday night, pizza night with fam. I bet we tried it.
Okay, time for the Amy's Samosa Burrito. Yeah, it's how you make, actually, Mom, in case you didn't know, that's how you make crystal meth. You take Crystal Pepsi and you just freeze it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I didn't know that before.
There you go. Well, now you know. It's a lot easier than they make it look like in the movies.
Oh right, yeah.
Whoa, it actually, for a split second, it actually does taste like a samosa. I'm actually kind of surprised.
The outside to be different.
Kind of impressed with this. I mean, for a pre-packaged, prefab thing, that is not bad.
Yeah.
A microwave samosa. You kind of taste it. I mean,
Yeah. I could use a bit more pizzazz, a little bit more spice for sure.
yeah, that's definitely
It
for
needs,
America.
It's definitely lacking lots of heat.
Yeah, I think to earn the title Desh-Mex, though, it needs to have a little more pizzazz. Needs a little more spice.
If they had a crunchier coating, more like a samosa, then it would really be awesome. Oh wait,
What they
that
should
would
do-
just be a really big samosa.
No, what they should make is like a chimichanga version.
Yes,
Chimichanga
yes,
mixed with
because
samosa.
Chimichanga has that fried
Uh-huh.
outside. That's what it needs to be.
Chimichanga samosa, you heard it here first. Amy's or whoever wants to try that, I think you might have a business model there.
Yeah.
A food truck with chimichanga samosas.
Yep.
Oh man, those paneer samosas? Who was it that made the paneer samosas?
It was
What's her name? Yeah.
Rachel and Trisha's.
Oh my gosh, those were some of the best things.
They were they're
Oh, so
so
good.
good.
You want to try this? All right, welcome back to another edition of the India Connection. We, after last week, got a lot of good feedback on dal recipes, so we have not been able to work our way through all of them yet, but they will inform our next attempt. We haven't had a chance to cook anything this week. It's been a kind of weird week. Melissa's been doing video shoots for a project that we can't talk about because of a...
Not until after the new year.
Yeah, until it actually gets released. So she's doing that, and I've been a chauffeur and stuff.
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, and doing the teaching thing. We did do dal makhani. That went okay. I mean,
yeah.
it's a you know,
it's one I had never tried to make.
Here's what the kids thought about it.
You've already noticed that I'm a really bad DP, director of photography. I've once again failed. I've not been filming, but here we have rice is cooked. We have guessing once again at how long I should pressure cook this dal. I did it longer because it concocted some sort of cream sauce.
Oh.
Put some amount of seasoning in it. So I have no idea. So I have to let that finish cooking. Here it is in all of its glory. It's a little bit thinner than I would like, so I definitely need to cut back on the water. But I was pretty right on the time.
And so Melissa found this. Where'd you find this?
Publix, buy one, get one free. Can't beat that.
Non-dippers. So talk about some mix of the worlds here. This is definitely some cross-cultural food, right?
Yeah. I know. I thought, okay, I know that pretty much every grocery store in America now sells naan in its deli section. So I knew I could find flatbread. And then these, lo and behold, were buy one, get one. I was like, perfect, small size, perfect for the kiddos.
Well,
yeah, but so pricey! So pricey and hot!
Did you try it?
Yes, it's so pricey and hot.
Well, it's temperature-wise hot.
What is that?
Try one by itself.
It's a little non-dipper. All right.
Finally good. Yeah.
Kind of good? Good. What do you
I
think?
think it'll go real well.
Yeah, it's perfect. They're already mini, like, perfect size. You don't have to rip it apart.
No.
And perfect coursiness.
Good. Rohan approved. Now you just got to dip it in your dal and see how you like it.
I'm dipping it in.
Well, actually dip it.
Oh.
Maybe just a bit more salt. And I think it's about right, though.
You think so? Man, I'm totally blanking.
Yeah, I don't know. There is something a little different.
I got a compliment for eating with my fingers at the Indian restaurant.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see that.
I didn't see that.
It's pretty good.
Was that when I
a
was
little more
playing?
spice level to it, but this is for the kids.
No, the spice level's fine.
Right.
There's just, I don't know. There's something I can't quite.
Well, it's also too watery.
It's a little too watery.
Oh, I forgot she doesn't know that we have a review.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to do a review. What do you want to do a review on? You going to do a review on the dal makhani?
Yes.
Okay, what is, how many stars does it get out of 5?
14 and 6 and 6 and 0 and 0 and an army of 0 and an army of 6 and an army of every letter
What?
and the whole alphabet.
But here's the thing. You haven't even finished it yet, so I don't think it's worth that level of rating praise. Okay, what does it get on the emoticon-o-meter? That? What type of face do you say when you eat it?
All of them.
Okay. Very accurate reviews with
All
Rohan.
need is happy.
All right, happy.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, why don't you dip some more naan in there?
Here, have another 9.
But I have one more.
First bite. What do you think?
Good.
Cyan Kiki.
It's not as good as.
Cyan Kiki.
I need DCK's recipe is what I need.
Oh no.
No, it's good.
No, DCK was our favorite for sure.
DCK's the best.
All right, so you think it's pretty good?
Cyan
like it satisfies you? Like you're like, ah, dal makhani. Or you're just like, this is something that's supposed to be wannabe. Is it wannabe or
It's a
like
bit watery, or a
decent?
bit,
I
like,
know,
liquidy.
it definitely too much liquid.
So how does it compare to that kebab place that we went to here?
Oh.
Oh, we mean in Tallahassee?
No, the one
No,
here.
the one here.
That I brought.
that I brought.
Oh, good job, Melissa.
other
Whoa, we
person
can
not
open
bad.
we can open an Indian restaurant. Here we
That
go.
is
Not
pretty
good at all.
shocking.
What do you mean?
I mean,
other
I'll
food-
take
the other
it. What a
one was like-
compliment. I didn't think it was that bad. Hey, look, we got these cute little non-dippers.
So I will say that the naan, it's basically just glorified pita bread.
Yeah,
It's really not.
It's it's not really.
I mean, I wonder if you heated it up.
maybe
if it would maybe
help.
feel a little.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we should just like put it on
I
a.
did. I didn't
Stick
know
it
what
in the
happened to
oven
you.
for a few minutes and kind of warm it. It might feel more like it. But yeah, right now I feel like it's just
It's just glorified pita bread.
fancy pita bread.
The Canadians besmirching the good name of naan. Canadians. Just kidding. I love you guys. So what were you saying about the food?
I love it.
This is bowl number 2 for her, so that's
good.
some high praise.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't eat anything
Hey,
except
pizza.
pizza and dessert. And we did have a little feedback on my not embracing the use of water.
I hope you're not
Yeah, I
eating.
hope you're not eating for this next part.
One girl said that she was watching dinner
Yeah.
and she did not approve of
Yeah,
the
sorry for that.
potty talk.
Okay, some potty talk. Hey, people asked about it. It was Ask America Anything, right? So brace yourself if you're eating anything. Don't watch this part, I guess. Too much information, but people keep talking about it, so we're going there. So we're going there, I guess. So at the risk of giving too much information, I do use water with my toilet paper. So someone said, oh, you could use water, but you can use toilet paper to dry off instead of using your left hand. I was like, what? Yes. Well, in a way, I kind of do that anyway. It's just I just wet the toilet paper.
I never knew that about you.
Really? Yeah, I do. Because I am pretty anal about it.
That is a for sure, I don't know, misconception or conception of India for sure. Is everyone freaks out about the squatty potties and no toilet paper as Americans never going to India.
And that's
so
something that has changed
So much.
over the years. Because when in 2002, squatty potties were ubiquitous in Benares when I was there. But then, like if you're a Westerner, you can find a toilet somewhere. In most places, I mean. And toilet paper, I mean, it's everywhere. So DevJ7 on the Interconnection subreddit had said, in 1 week we've gone from listening to Ford's random climate change to laughing our off, listening as to what is the best way to clean our bodily waste. This was hilarious. I just love the self-confidence of you guys being public about it. This is so cool. Oh, well, thank you
Good.
for thinking we're self-confident. I don't know if I was very confident this week in the wake of it. For Ford, if you haven't gone the Indian way of doing it, your cross-cultural experience ain't complete, brother.
It's true.
This is true.
We were pansy Westerners in Delhi.
Well, no,
to be sure.
she was not. She's not really a pansy when it comes to this stuff. Like, you did squatties with much more aplomb than me.
Yeah. And so, I mean, someone mentioned also, that you can design your house. And it's true. But the thing is, like, unless I'm building my house, most American houses that are not, they're just not designed or whatever. So, and I'd already thought, if I ever build my own house, I would do bathrooms like India because I loved cleaning the bathroom in India. Because I clean my own bathrooms, in America, and I cleaned my own bathrooms in India. And so I just loved, it's like, here, slosh some water all over the place. Then add some cleaning detergent, and then just squeegee the whole bathroom. I loved cleaning the bathroom that way. And I would design my house in America to be able to do that.
Yeah, and
But in general, 98% of your houses in America aren't going to be that way.
And a commenter,
4-door.
he talks about just throwing a word in for the bidet. He has one installed in every washroom.
People say once you go bidet, I'm telling you, Alan and them swear by them. Alan swears by them. I'm gonna have to go use one.
He says
sometime.
If the violinists are ready, reading this, correct correctly, consider getting one. I highly recommend it. Well, if we ever do get the chance to make enough money to build our own house, then yeah, we'll definitely consider that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, designing
a
it.
bathroom and get a bidet.
We'll ask for permission ahead of time before we culturally appropriate the bathroom structure of our home to make sure. Just kidding.
Please, all viewers on YouTube, give us our blessing.
Or is that one viewer, is that okay if we do that, or have we failed because of our failure in dal preparation? Hey, if you tasted it, it wasn't so bad. Maybe we're illiterate, but it didn't taste bad. It was good dal.
No, we're gonna talk about dal for like 3
years.
Weeks.
Oh, 3 years. It's gonna be 3 years.
Just keep talking about dal. I'm like, oh
dal
gosh.
and poop. So that's the. So there you go, dal and poop. So SR Dull said, yeah, Ford Body should have tried it for the sake of cross-cultural project. Well, I did. I mean, in 2002, there was no avoiding that at that point. Like,
yeah.
So no, I have. It's just anyway. We'll move on from the poop. So
uncomfortableness.
Yeah, you know, I just
uncomfortableness.
Excrement just scares me. I'm just
nurture.
Yeah, I'm really like overly ridiculous about it. Okay, so going back to Planet of submitted some music for us to check out, so we're going to check out one of those songs.
Awesome.
Sky Rabbit, Hilltop. Oh, it's getting a little dissonant there. She's not.
I love dissonance.
But I thought you'd like this one because it's...
no. I'm not. Just because it's distance, I'm not going to throw it out.
This is kind of up your alley. It's
I like the black and white. Okay, well, I know we're not judging the music video. Sorry. But I like the black and white. I like the texture and like the different... what do you call that? Mixed media. I really liked that.
But musically,
and I liked it. It was just nice and a little Radiohead. No,
it's like it reminds me of like post grunge alternative or something like that. But she's gotten into indie music, so I mean, I feel like this would fit into one of your playlists. You know.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, pretty good. Someone else recommended Tajdar Junaid. So we'll just take the first one of it. If you have a specific one, let us know. This is Unmo Monga on YouTube suggested this. We'll just check out a little bit of it, just see what this sounds like. I think the album cover is very fitting.
No, yeah, I like it. I like how color and your line up.
Oh, maybe you should be a designer. Kerning is now your thing. So this one's more of an instrumental.
I love instrumentals. Satya hates instrumentals, and when instrumentals come up on my Pandora station, she skips them. I'm like, I love instrumentals. That's not what I was expecting it to be.
No, it's not a ukulele. What is that
instrument? It's
not
a ukulele.
Is that it has a rounded back. Is that a native Indian instrument? If anybody knows, let me know. This I'll link this one.
I was expecting it to be a classical guitar.
Yeah, I was thinking some sort of finger style guitar.
I do love me some classical guitar.
So this is kind of his thing. So does he sing? Maybe he doesn't. Definitely creates a mood. Yeah, for sure. And be very good soundtrack music. Cool. Well, thank you, Anmol. Good recommendation there. So now we have a couple things that I just kind of stumbled on this week. One comment on eating real Indian food again from my cooking channel. And this was in response to, we talked about where we feel more depressed or more angry. And so this is what he had to say. I quite like the anger issue conversation. I am from India, but living in Australia for 10 years. As far as I remember, I was a very cool guy up until I moved to Australia. Never had any anger issues in India, but here, Australia, I developed this anger issue for the last few years. I guess it's the part of staying away from friends and family, which is the hardest part and affects you in your life very badly. At least in my case, I realized that it's bad. So, yeah, I think, we end up discovering a different part of ourselves when you move to a different place.
Yeah.
It's just
I
brings
think
out something else.
transition and change and...
So a little memory here from 3 years ago, December 12th. So this was just yesterday. I had this little memory pop up in Facebook. So thanks, Facebook, for, that was a nice little memory.
Facebook, I have a love-hate relationship with their memories.
Yeah, they'll have the dumbest thing, like some social... No, it's kind of interesting. Sometimes, like, social media posts I'd posted, like, 6 years ago, and politically I don't agree with myself back then. I'm like, oh man, who is that guy?
They'll like pick pictures of my dead mom up there. Thanks, Facebook. I really wanted to remember that this morning. You know, like,
right.
That's why I have a love-hate relationship with
see.
them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's my mom. Yeah, I don't want to remember that. I mean, not saying that I don't want to remember, but
you
it's
want
just
to
like
be able to control
first thing
that.
in the morning when you go on Facebook, you're like, hey, there's my mom who died. Thanks.
That could be a really good sketch where like the Facebook bot memory guy is like, hey guys, remember this? And it's something like extremely embarrassing. It's like, why are you bringing that up? Like it's our first date with somebody. It's like, hey guys, remember this?
Run the gamut. In this past year when I was really grieving our life in India, and it is always, of course,
like,
India memories. You're like, just twist the knife further in my heart, Facebook memories. I hate you.
But this one was good for me to see, and I was kind of depressed yesterday. I'm like, oh, that was it. I mean, just look at Rohan's face there, and I love Tughlaqabad. I wrote a song about
adventures.
it. So,
I love many adventures. Guess what? Here's a fun tidbit of information about that day. That was the day that Allie went to the hospital and we found out she had dengue.
Oh, no way. I didn't
Yep.
remember that.
Poor Rachel and Allie were having this whole big dengue discovery, and we're like trekking around and filming in Tughlaqabad.
There you go. This is a great picture. And Batu, Anand Singh of Viral Fever fame, he was the one that played the mob boss in that Jungle Raj thing that I was in. And he actually came to one of my little street food thing when I did my Kati roll episode. Anant was there with me. He took this picture. Look at this picture. This was just yesterday, I think.
What in the
This
world?
is so great. This guy's doing this U-turn, blocking traffic. This nice vehicle. It's like a nice SUV, and then on top of it is this cat, and he's smiling. This is just, I love this. This is meanwhile in India. This is.
Aw, I can almost feel like I'm on the street.
I just love that. If you get some moment like that, that's just like, this could only happen in Mumbai. Like, just shoot it our way. I just love this. This makes me just wish I were there. I'm still reading slowly but surely the Katha Upanishad, and I liked this line here again from the King of Death. Arise, awake, approach the feet of the master, and know that, like the sharp edge of a razor, the sages say is the path. Narrow it is and difficult to tread.
There you go. Narrow it is and difficult to tread, indeed.
And it's sharp edge of a razor. I think that's just an interesting way. I mean, it's really a higher wire walk.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think, we think of like truth as being, it's like true or false. But when you start getting into really specialized areas of philosophical debate or, thoughts about the transcendent, it's almost more like a high wire, and it's just like a millimeter wide. And if you go falsehoods on either side of it, like there are just certain areas, and that's true when we were talking about science too. Like there are certain questions, or math, like there's certain questions where there is only one answer. There are infinite wrong answers, and there's one answer that's correct. And so I think we're trying to navigate through this maze. I like that other word picture from the previous time. Navigating through the maze of desires, or the maze of sensory overload, like trying to get the needle of the haystack of understanding a situation. Like I think that's a pretty good metaphor there. So
Sharp edge of a razor.
Sharp edge of a razor. All right. Well, thank you for watching this week. Until next time, keep it creative,
Cross-cultural.
and constructive.
YouTube, thank you very much.
I'll see you Friday with my
What's it
cleaning
called?
up the front mess.
When you his repentance and sackcloth and ash.
Yeah, I guess, I'll just try to clean up tie up some of the loose ends before moving on to something more constructive.
I buried my head in the sand and didn't realize what a hot topic.
Yeah, she didn't
issue.
even, she didn't even
I really
know what
didn't
climate
realize
change
it
meant.
Didn't realize it was such a volatile issue because I am an ostrich.
We'll see you Friday.
He will.
I'll see you Friday.